unpack some of the issues around the person of Jacob Zuma. And tonight's vigil is Xolani Dube, who is a political analyst. Xolani, just what significance is there that 13 years after Jacob Zuma's court appearance here in Durban in 2005, again, we have scores of people expected coming out to support the man who was president of the ANC, president of the Republic, but has this legal cloud hanging over him?
I think this deja vu is an indication that ANC's got a number of layers, and this is one of the layers that the ANC needs to deal with, because as we are going towards the election, this is going to be a serious challenge on how to deal with JZ's mobilization outside the ANC, as well as JZ being the former president of the ANC, who is most of the time or sometimes being deployed to go out and canvass for the ANC. The question that we have to ask ourselves, how are we going to differentiate to say this is the Jacob Zuma who is attending his own personal cases, and these are the people who support him as Jacob Zuma, and these are the people who are supporting the ANC, who are there because they are in favor and they follow Jacob Zuma within or in the ANC. And so I think that is going to be a serious dilemma for the ANC.
The ANC's NEC issuing that directive a few weeks ago, almost discouraging people from wearing ANC regalia, ANC colours at any support protest for Jacob Zuma. But as you can already see, some vendors with some ANC merchandise being set up there. Do you think many people are going to adhere to that call by the ANC NEC? And yet at the same time, like it or not, this is going to be an ANC event, not necessarily endorsed by the ANC, but this is going to be an ANC event coming out in support of Jacob Zuma.
I think the NEC, the resolution that they took, I don't think that was a calculated one, because look, for the mere fact that the people will be wearing t-shirts and other regals of the ANC, that will be a sign of defiance from the people to say, look, you can set rules in your boardrooms, in your meetings, but we as the masses on the ground will defy you, will wear what we want. And so I think it was not a calculated move, and I don't know how the ANC is going to deal with such an embarrassment, because as we have said, we have seen people with stores who are starting to sell the ANC regalia, and so I don't think really it was a calculated move. It was very naive of the ANC to come up with a prescription on what people to wear and what not to wear. It reminds me of not by the city press, not by the city press.
Now, while the former president is expected in court at 9:30 tomorrow morning, expected to be a procedural engagement, very short, the real theatre is going to be about what's happening outside. Do you expect Jacob Zuma to come out of that courtroom to receive all these supporters expected here in Durban over the next 24 hours? Are you expecting them to address him, and what could he say?
Look, we have to understand that Jacob Zuma is the godfather of street politics. It will be kind of defeating his mission if he's not going to go and address the people who will be sleeping overnight here and those who will be coming to the court to support him. And so for him, it will be kind of extending his man of the people phenomena by going to them and say, thank for your support, I'm here, and please in future do come. And so I think he will do that. And the question that we have to ask ourselves, is he going to mention the ANC? Is he going to mention the election? Is he going to say he's still the victim? If he's still the victim, that's the question. Who is victimizing him now? Is it the president, the incumbent, or is it still the forces that he's always trying to highlight that there are those forces behind his demise? And so that will be a very interesting tomorrow address from him.